basically what you missed while I was just talking in the video. It's probably gonna go up a little bit before this one. Short one. It was only like 15 minutes. Talked about obviously that banger of a press conference between Hamzat and Sean. Talked about how they're both emotional going into it. Um,
Big
talked
time.
talked about you know Hamzat missing weight. Let me say
Yeah,
this again: missing
thank.
weight.
This should have been Charles Oliveira all over again, but they didn't want to do it.
Well, and that's the thing. What you're gonna take one and not the other? It just it doesn't make sense. But whatever. We we don't judge here.
Nope. I think it looks bad for Chimaev though.
Oh yeah, I agree. So
He threw the
my hair's a little
presser and basicly struggled to make weight. I don't know if I love that.
no, not at all. But so yeah, we went over that. Went over what an absolute fucking clown Josh Hogan is,
Imagine him about to get chinned up by Taporia at the press conference.
dude. I said that exact thing in the video. I think hey, I think Ilya would find the chin. I think he'd find the chin. He might be 2 times
Bro,
taller than him, but I think he'd find the
I'm,
chin. Oh,
I'm
hold on.
just saying.
So
Got you. Got you.
get into it, guys. Hope you guys take care of our little yap sesh there. Um, let's go. Let's go breaking down these fights. You know what? We're gonna put the fuck it. Wait, you guys won't know the records or anything. You know what? Actually, I can fix this. Hold on.
I
Swear
was
this
about to
is
say,
our.
I don't.
I swear this is our first time doing this.
Hey, since we're saying that though, let's just throw out there, bro. Like almost 100 views on the first video already.
Hey, we appreciate it. Anyone watching,
I'm just saying.
that's that's more than our friends and family who we told doing it. Like that's definitely we got a little bit of viewers coming in. Even if you just
100%.
clicked on it and clicked right off, we appreciate it.
I, I'm taking it.
Don't be shy. You think we got shit picks? Let us fucking know. Oh, and Angelo, if you see this, Sean might be bottom five of all time. You're still
No,
fat. Um,
no. What a bad take. What a bad fucking take.
uh, love you, Angelo. Thank you. Anyways, all right. Let's get started here. Clayton Carper versus Josh Choi. It's a Choi, isn't it?
I
Achoa,
think so.
Achoa, Choi. I believe it's a Choi, but
I've
whatever.
heard him say ways. It don't matter.
Yeah. Um, I'll go first on this. I have Clayton. I have Clayton on this.
You think so?
It's tough. I can be swayed on this. This is a real tough one. I wouldn't bet on this fight, to be completely honest with you, because Clayton
Definitely.
definitely has the wrestling, right? But here's the problem: can he keep Jose Choi down?
That's my thing. We've seen more of Ochoa, whatever his name is. We've seen more of him.
Exactly. And another thing that goes with it is his striking slick. He's not bad off the back either. You know,
Not
he
terrible.
he kind of not as good as Brazilians like Charles Oliveira, even
Of
Vinicius
course,
Oliveira.
but he's not a
Him,
quick
but he
play
gets
there.
the elbows, the hammer fit. Like he fights from the bottom, and
Yeah, he's
he'll
trying to happen.
he'll lolook for a sub attempt, not really going for a sub, but to find the position to get out of there
Yep.
so they can strike on the feet. Um,
100%.
I can see Clayton winning this though, just wrestle fucking him. The only thing that makes me kind of lean Jose here, can Clayton hold him down for 3 rounds?
That's my
And how
question.
tired will he be holding him down the whole first? I really do think he'll hold him down the whole first. But how
Yes, but
much is
what?
that going to take out of him?
Yeah, same thing I said. What does that take out of him? Me, I think I personally, I'm going to take Ochoa. I think he probably wins almost similar, but I think he wins 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Maybe
Yeah,
split decision. I could see it going either way. This is not. I agree with you. I would not put money on this.
yeah. Like I said, this is one where I was kind of like, I could be swayed. I might be swayed here. I might be swayed here. I might take
It's
Ochoa
a
actually.
tough one, dude. I'm gonna
Yep.
rock with Jose more of him. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I'm gonna go with Jose because I like him more as a fighter. So you know what? I'll go with Jose on that.
Same, same.
All right. Now, this next one, Jordan Santos versus Susakayev. I'm not gonna try his first name. You fucking won't convince me, no matter what. I keep trying. I can't do it.
No,
Um,
Sue's good enough.
exactly. There's an R in there. Can't even hear it. Like, yeah, we're not even on that. Anyways, I like Susakayev. I really am impressed by him.
He's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. I do think his only weakness is gonna be his own like mental because he's definitely full of himself.
That's the only thing, and Jordan Santos has shown he has that. He's a little bit of a dog. He's
Yeah,
a
he's not
dog,
bad.
dude.
He's not bad. I'm
He'll
good.
go in there. He'll give him a tough fight. I don't know if he
I'm
finishes
good.
Jordan Santos.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if he gets a finish. I could definitely see him having to use his grappling in this one. Get some
See,
control time, some clock.
see, that's the thing where it's like, how how do you how do you even take that? I don't know. It's a tough pick, but I still say Susukaya by decision. Probably
I
UD.
probably.
Probably a good 30-27. We'll say.
I can see 30-27 or like a solid 29-28.
Yeah, like a solid 29-28. Like not no,
Yeah,
Peter
question.
Yan, Sean O'Malley, like no
Yeah,
question, 29-28. He won like 1-3, something like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Or he was like dominating 1-2, and Jordan, being the
That's
tough guy he is.
that's kind of what I see. Him maybe being a little tired and Jordan pushing it, trying to get a finish or something.
Uh, Moving on. I'll let you take this one.
Who's next? I don't have these right in front
Pat,
of me.
I got you. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez.
See, this one. I was thinking about this one. This is another one. I have no idea on who wins because I'm not super impressed with William Gomez, honestly. But Pat Sabatini's like such a fucking can crusher, dude. Like I've never been impressed with him either. He'll look really good, but it's like you look at who he looks good against, and then you watch him fight like anybody that is really good, and you're like, he gets smoked. He gets absolutely smoked.
Pat Sabatini by French, third round.
I knew that's where you were gonna go with
Moving
it,
the
but I
fuck
just
on. No, you
Pat
know what?
Sabatini. Oh, I'm
Oh,
obviously not going, but I'm not gonna be surprised if Sabatini loses this for us.
I am not even gonna lie to you here. Unironically, I do think Pat Sabatini wins this by unanimous decision, and I'm gonna tell you
I
why. Pat Sabatini, we seen can keep guys down and just
yeah
get
yeah he's
down
got
and
good.
dirty, do what you gotta do. Um, and the height discrepancy there, and not that much of a reach discrepancy, only 3 inches. Gomez is 6 foot. Pat Sabatini 5'8". He's already
I thought
down there.
I really thought he would have more reach than that.
Exactly. He's already down there. He got the long arm, so the striking won't be too much of an issue. It's not like, we just seen Protest versus JDM where the range was an issue. Range
Yeah,
isn't really the issue here. He's just long. Now, he does have the long legs, obviously, 43-inch legs versus 36 for Pat Sabatini, but that also plays a part into Pat winning this. If he
it
can
could.
find those takedowns and keep it nasty on the ground, I really do think he could take this one away.
I think he's definitely the stronger fighter out of the two, just
Yeah.
basing off their. I'm never gonna rock French, so even though I have some fucking pausing with Sabatini, we're gonna pick Sabatini by decision. But this is one I would not be shocked by if for some reason he gets like fucking chinned or just falls into something.
Yep. But Pat Sabatini first round knockout by French. That's the fucking take. Let's go. Next fight. I'm actually really excited for this one. Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. I'm
Yeah,
actually so excited about this.
this is gonna be a good fight. I'm torn a little bit though. I see everybody sleeping on Kopylov, just going with Tulio, and I'm like, we've seen Kopylov put some ass whoopings on some people.
Oh yeah. Well, this one's tough because they're kind of the same fighter. Not too much in style, but they're kind of the same fighter. Where like, okay, coming in, oh, look at this prospect,
Yeah.
and then they lose, and they're like,
Yes.
well, how good
Then
of
they
a prospect?
Then they start to look good, but then it's like, what's their ceiling?
Exactly. It's kind of the same deal. And the odds actually are kind of how we're thinking right now. You got Marco Tulio's minus 185 favorite versus Roman's plus 155.
Yeah.
Super close. I mean, I could see this one going any way. This is a coin flip. I kind of think Tulio though. I kind of
I'm
think
gonna
Tulio.
I'm gonna rock with Tulio very hesitantly, only because Kabila has been up and down recently.
Yeah. And he hasn't been able to put it together. That's the issue. He can't put it together. He can have big moments, but he doesn't put it together, and that's the issue.
Look at the Costa fight.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking when I said that. Has some
Yep.
moments, but he can't put it together. He can't finish the fights. And
No,
not
and that
even finish, just finish strong enough that these refs, judges look at you and are like, okay, you
and that's
know,
one thing I Tulio, he's gonna bring it to you.
100%. You can't have any shadow of the doubt what you're gonna do in there with him.
No.
So I gotta go Marco Tulio on this. I think honestly I could see 30-27. I could see him putting on a clinic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely a decision, probably. Maybe like a late TKO, but I probably would
Yeah.
go with a decision.
Just volume, the add up of shots, yeah. All right. Battle. Now I say this a good amount. I said it in our last video. Battle of the fucking unks, dude. Holy shit. Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Who? They're still fighting? You heard it here. They are indeed still fighting. It's insane, dude. It is insane.
Am I crazy though that I feel like Jared Gordon got overhyped for beating Patty, and I low key think Jim Miller fucks him up?
Not at all. That's exactly how I had this fight going. I First off, he didn't beat Patty. I watched the fight back multiple times. It was a close fight, dude.
Close.
It's like the Sean Yan fight, dude. It's close. Or
Yeah, it's
some
like
what?
you're absolutely change how you see that fight.
Exactly, dude. It's like remember that Esteban Ribovics fight where I forgot who he was fighting, but I was like, dude, what? But guess
It was
what?
wasn't it fucking not Zell? Was it Zellhuber
No,
or
no,
was
no,
it the other?
no, because he won Zellhuber. It was the one right after that, I believe.
Yeah, who the fuck was that?
Was it Hakaras? Hakaras. That's who it was.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Hakaras. And I was like, nah, he won that. What? Guys, I'm also Argentine. I mean, like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Like, it's
Like,
just what it is.
they're like, that's what it is.
You're gonna go and fucking scouse your country in fucking England and be like, oh, Jared Gordon won that fight. You might get jumped.
Yeah, exactly. Fact. That's a fact.
So it's just, it's really however you look at it. Now, with this fight,
Or super basic. His wrestling's not good. It's not better than Jim's. His
no.
jujitsu is definitely better. And I low key think Jim has better power.
So this is what I had. That is exactly. I actually have a little bit of notes here. Okay. So this is what I legit said. Jim Miller better in every way except boxing.
Yeah, his technique in boxing, Gordon's is better.
100%. But
But does
he,
it? But ripping calf kicks.
he's gonna be
He's
ripping
definitely
calf kicks. He's gonna look for that takedown at some point. And the jits, is so much better. It is so it's
Yeah.
not even close to the same realm. That
Nope. I
that
agree.
fight he had down in Australia with Chase Hooper, one of the most entertaining fights I've ever watched. Everyone was so mad because it was like a straight up jiu-jitsu match there.
Yeah.
That's all it was, and everyone was so mad. I loved it. Me and my wife watched it, and she loved it too. She was like, "This is so entertaining." It is to see
It-
the best fighters who, yeah, they can strike a little bit. I know Chase strike is a very tough subject with
it's
him, but still, they can strike a little bit. Some of the best, obviously, they're in the UFC, so some of the best MMA fighters of all time. Just for getting to the UFC, you're in that conversation. You know what I mean? And they're just out there having those crazy scrambles, crazy positions. It was transitions. It was awesome to see. So I expect Jim Miller to have that in the back of his mind and think, you know what? He does not have any type of jujitsu on my level at all.
and he doesn't.
He doesn't at all.
He doesn't. I don't think so
Patty
either.
showed that. Patty showed that in their fight.
Yep.
So I gotta go with Jim Miller. I'm hoping. You know.
I got
I,
I got him by a UD or like a late sub.
Now, do you know? Is this his retirement fight?
I don't know because I've heard different things.
Mm. Hopefully not. Love Jim Miller. I would love him to go till he's 50, dude.
Same.
Till
I'd
you're
watch any Jim.
90.
Fuck. He's a dog.
Exactly. All right. So we got Grant Dawson versus Mateus Rebecki. I love this fight. First, I just gotta say it. I love this fucking fight, dude.
Am I the only one crazy for thinking Grant Dawson wins?
Not in the slightest. That's who I had. Actually,
See, like
odds had him as the favorite. It's close.
I
It's really close, but
every group I'm in, everything online I see, they're all taking Rebecki, and I'm like, this dude gets fucked up every fight.
and the thing is though, he's tough,
He is.
and we've kind of seen Grant Dawson, not really recently. Uh,
Well, the Bobby Green fight wasn't that long ago.
I was gonna say the Bobby Green fight is really gonna, hurt this, but I'll still say it. We don't really see Grant Dawson quit that much.
No,
Just get frustrated and quit. But he kind of did in the Bobby Green fight.
he
So
did.
we
He got clipped.
could kind of see it here. He can't put Mateus away. He's starting to get annoyed, starting to get sloppy. Could kind of see that here.
I, I just, I don't like the way Rebecki fights, bro. It's so like it's chaos, but like he's not controlling it. He's getting fucked up. He gets tagged. He gets taken down. And I think if Dawson gets like his back or something, I think the round's over.
Yeah, and you know what? There's that, and I mean, we got to just announce the elephant in the room. Grant Dawson has a 6-inch reach advantage
That's
and
true.
damn near 4-inch with the legs, and he's 5'10" versus 5'7". I mean, I know measurables don't really matter in the UFC at all, but sometimes
But
they do.
I mean, it looked like they did for Prates. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. So, I see Grant Dawson. I definitely see that. Um, I could see Mateus just, making him quit a little bit. The toughness coming through, like
Could
you
see it.
said, creating chaos. Even if he's getting sloppy, creating chaos. I could see him creating chaos and Grant Dawson be like, "All right, let's fucking go," and that hurts him.
I really think this one is one of the ones where I do see a finish. I think Grant's either going to sub him or Rebecki's going to TKO him.
100%. I think for both of those, I think second round TKO or sub. I'm leaning sub Grant Dawson. I can see.
That's where I'm at. I'm at sub for Grant Dawson, like late second, early third.
Yep. So we'll go with that. And moving on. Now, I like this fight too. I'm gonna say it a lot on this. So, but Uh,
There's some good ones.
Joel Alvarez versus Amozov. Was it Yaroslav Amozov, something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever. Everyone's gonna go Amozov here, which I get it. He looks fantastic, and he looks the part. He looks every bit of 170. Um, he looks like a welterweight contender potentially. He's still early in his prospect career, but we've talked about it. I kind
Remember
of had
before
these eyes for prospects.
before he lost that fight to Jason Jackson in Bellator, though, people were talking about him being one of the better fighters outside of the UFC.
Exactly,
The
exactly,
only loss where he got clipped. It's like,
exactly. And you know what? It's kind of like you look at MVP, not to compare him to him, but same weight division, same kind of story outside of the UFC where he's killing
yup,
everyone. And even MVP had more losses
yeah,
and was kind of
yeah.
a pan crusher.
Oh yeah,
So
he wasn't champion. Amosov was champion.
exactly. So I could see him working out. The problem is Bellator fighter. I mean, you got to look at the stats. Bellator fighters don't work out in the UFC.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a lot of people beat the fuck out of Joel Alvarez either, other than like what Armin.
Yeah, and Joel Alvarez. I mean,
He
I
looks
think he's
good.
good too. He looks good. His last couple fights, he's looked pretty good.
I do
So
too.
I like the striking. I can't remember. Is he training with Ilya in that camp? I
I don't
believe
know.
so. I believe
I
I heard
seen him.
somewhere that he was.
I want to say I've seen a clip of him with them.
Yeah. So, and the striking's kind of getting more refined. Maybe you could play that into that because both the Taporia brothers, Alexander and Ilya, I don't
Yeah,
know,
100%.
man. This is a
And I
tough
mean,
fight.
Yarov's one loss is getting clipped on the feet.
Exactly. But will
Definitely
he
a
be
grapple.
dumb enough to do it here?
Seeing how he did Neil Magny, I'm like, I feel like he's gonna go right to his grappling.
That's exactly how I feel. But here's another thing. He's Ukrainian.
Yes.
And I'm not even making a joke. How many Ukrainian fighters do we know? I,
I
I
don't
can't
know if
even
I can tell you off
think of
the top of my head without looking.
exactly. It's just kind of weird. I'm just saying. But who knows? He could be the pride of Ukraine. He could be what Hamzat was for Chechnya. So
Yeah, true. Remember, he did fight in their war and went back and got his Bellator belt. He might just be that guy.
exactly. Um, I got Amozov here.
I'm I'm riding the fence.
I can see it. I see it.
It's tough because I want to. I when I was first thinking about this, I was like Amosov. But then I'm thinking about Alvarez's build, the fact that the dude's not gonna have a problem swinging a knee. He's not bad on the ground. I'm like, I could see Alvarez upsetting this.
I can see the upset. I gotta go Amazov. So
I'm not willing to throw my picks yet, so I'm gonna rock with Amosov because I know there's gonna be some disagreements later on.
hey, if we can disagree on every one, there's gonna be no disagreement here. Are you guys ready to watch the live murder of Ozzy Diaz?
Oh my god,
This is
I
like
don't
an
even know.
absolute. This is getting stoned in the town square.
I don't know how that dude's still in the UFC to begin with.
This is like it exactly. He's literally middleweight Julian Rosa.
Yeah,
I mean, what?
yeah,
I don't know how he's still in the UFC. He's in the UFC purely for this reason, to get crushed.
yeah. To put this prospect that everybody's excited about and let him get a highlight fucking knockout.
And I feel like Ateba keeps getting all these highlight knockouts. I don't know who's responsible for this, if it's the UFC, if it's his
Oh yeah,
management team, if whoever it
they're
is.
def- they're building middleweight Ngannou, bro. They know what they're doing.
But I truly think that Ateba is. that guy.
I do
I
too. I think he's a great.
People will look at this and think, oh, you know, he's a can crusher. They're giving him all these fights. He's not that good because of it.
New.
You can only fight who's ahead of you.
Yeah, and he's new. It's not like he has some crazy record.
Exactly. And he's only 25, right?
Exactly.
25? He's 25?
What are we rushing him for? Fucking Tyra's 26 fighting for the belt.
Exactly. I mean,
Talking
hey,
about how,
Tyra's 26 fighting for the belt against a 24-year-old.
exactly. We're
I'm
hyping up how
24.
we're hyping up how young they are the whole time, and it's like, yeah, they are, but like Ataba's only 25.
Exactly, dude. You know, I think he can have a great career. I hope they keep.
Yep.
I just hope he can block out the noise. It seems like he does it very well now.
I would say block it out and just keep slow rolling them.
Yeah,
Little steps
100%.
up.
You
You
know,
ain't got to jump from. You don't got to go right to 15 to 10 to 5. You could do 15,
exactly.
13, 11.
And sometimes it'll happen naturally when you try to do that. You look at Kevin Vallejos. He didn't want to
Yeah.
jump up the way he did. He just took what was in front of him. And he said it multiple times. He's like, I would have rather had a slow come up.
Listen, people hate it all they want and comment about it all they want, but look at Sugar, bro. He was ranked 11 and he said, "Fuck it, give me Jan."
Exactly. Exactly.
Next thing, world champ, whether you like it or not. It's like, well, there you go.
Exactly.
Who
Fuck
else
you, Angelo.
Who else recently did that? There was another fighter that did that. They fought from way down, way up. Damn, I
Um,
can't. Was
was it Pratas? I'd say Pratas.
when he fought? Yeah,
He was
Prates.
slow rolling it.
Yeah. Well, perfect example. The person he beat, JDM, had no right being in that title fight, and he won the fucking belt.
Exactly. He was
Sometimes it's
slow
just where
rolling
you're.
it. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next fight. Bobby Green, I swear to God, you can sue me all you fucking want. It is not, I'm not calling you that stupid ass shit. I don't give a fuck
Come on,
about your strip club.
you
I
don't
don't give a
like
fuck
Green.
about you going to prison. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Bobby Green versus Jeremy Stevens. Battle of the Unks!
I got Bobby, dude.
I got Bobby too. I gotta say, I really do got Bobby. Battle of the
I
Unks
got
again.
bust me up, dude.
So here's my problem with this, okay? I do have Bobby. Also, Bobby had a pretty bad weight miss. Uh,
Yeah, fuck.
yeah, 158 and a half.
Yeah, that shit kind of caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not the most focused guy out there. And you could see it in the build up.
He's worried jewelry he lost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ain't the most focused guy in the world. And does that help him or hurt him in this? I think it'll
That's the
help him.
thing.
I feel like Bobby Green, when he doesn't care about the fight, is a better fighter than Bobby Green when he's actually like stressing this fight.
Yeah, like when Bobby was almost trying to make a run a few years ago, that's when he was like going up and down. Now that he's like, I just want to fucking have good fights.
Yeah,
You see him putting down two prospects
exactly.
back to back, and now he's gonna take out an old dog.
Exactly.
I could see him TKO and Jeremy like second or third round.
I could see that as well. I think, just Jeremy doesn't. Here's the thing with Jeremy, and we obviously know the power. The real hardest hitting 145er right here.
You
Um,
know who the
you know exactly who I am. Anyways, uh, the problem with Jeremy Stevens is we know about the power, but when he was kind of earlier in his career and younger in his career, he could have the speed to put it together to get to those shots. Now that he's older and has lost the speed and he's lost the chin, he can't take the shots that he used to take. So not that he's chinny, but
No, but you seen it even in that Mason Jones fight. He didn't take him the same.
exactly. So with that, I can't see a way where he beats Bobby here.
Nope. Nope. I think Bobby beats him up, dude.
And hopefully, Jeremy just calls it quits here. Or maybe, go out like Nate Landwehr or Nate Landwehr, fucking Cub Swanson, Cub
Get
Swanson,
a,
Michael Chiesa get a super
get a,
easy fight.
yeah,
What Gilbert Burns should have done, but I understand
give him
it. I understand it.
something. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now we get into the real meat potatoes here. Now we're fucking getting somewhere. I'm so excited about this fight. I've been raving about it all week. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley.
It's a good fight.
Now, I just gotta say it. I would not be surprised if we get a Buckley knockout here.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. But I low key think we're getting a Sean Brady domination.
And here's where we disagree. You might have you picked Sean Brady for this?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
Sean Brady for this.
Okay, so I'm going Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin, how do you fucking say his first name?
I think it's Joaquin.
Joaquin. Oh, yeah, duh, like Joaquin Phoenix. All right, Joaquin Buckley. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sean Brady, yes, we know about the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, especially the jiu-jitsu, the one hand
Yeah, the arm
guillotine.
guillotines
Yeah,
over every time.
and it looks real good, but here's the issue. Yeah, you can do that and look great against people like Leon Edwards. You know what I mean? Leon Edwards, who's, almost the same size as you, still a little bit taller, still a little bit longer,
Yeah, at least a couple inches on him for sure.
but also a little bit older, losing speed, losing athleticism. He didn't have the athleticism to get out of those and scramble. Buckley
I agree.
does, and Buckley will scramble, and he will scramble a lot. Buckley isn't one of those guys who will stay on the ground and just stay there. Even with the Carl Usman fight, there's a couple times he's trying to scramble and get out of there. Did he kind of give up at some point with the frustration and all that seeping in? Yes. But this is only a 3-round fight. There's not really time for that frustration to seep in.
So I'm gonna be honest. That is exactly why I go with Brady. Is because the way he moves, I'm like, he's gonna try so hard to defend the wrestling, especially after the Kamaru fight. He knows everybody's going for it, but Kamaru has no submission game, fucking zero zilch.
Yeah.
Where I could see him going for some crazy scramble, and next thing you know, he's in like an armbar or something.
Yeah. And that could happen. And I do see that. I can see them getting to the fight. And Sean has showed struggles with athletic strikers as well. Obviously, I know
That's
the
true.
size difference with Michael Morales is not just, him being an athletic striker, but he is an athletic striker.
My thing is Brady's biggest thing is like you've also noticed it's really like bad pressure because even when
Exactly.
Bilal just kept walking him down. Morales
Exactly.
just kept walking. I could see Buckley doing that, but the way Buckley loads up, I just see one big swing, and next thing you know, Brady's on his back, and if he doesn't get finished, the whole round's gone.
Yeah. And yeah, I can see that too. I think, the aggressiveness, the athleticism, I really do think he takes it here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Sean Brady win.
Yeah. See, I'm the other way. I'm taking Brady, but I could see Buckley getting like a TKO.
And now, move on. I love this fight too, dude. I love this card. Um,
No, it's a good.
just gotta say that. Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I like
It's a
them
good
both.
fight.
This is a really good fight.
I like them both. I do think Volkov's going to point his way to a decision.
So here's my thing. What Volkov are we getting?
That's always the question with Volkov.
What Volkov are we getting here?
I'm only banking on Volkov because in my mind he has to know that he's one fight away. If he can
Yeah.
go out there and have a good against Acosta, he's waiting for whoever is after Tom.
So here's my issue. How many times has Volkov been one fight away?
That's true.
And what happens every time?
That's true.
When those lights shine brightest, and he can see that gold, there it goes.
But I'm like, okay, if we think about like the three situations we can think of, you got the Derek fight,
Yep.
you got the fight, and
Yep.
then you got the Aspinall fight.
Yep.
I don't think Acosta's as good as any of them.
No, not in the slightest.
Like, not that Derek at that time. He doesn't have that kind of power.
No.
He does have power, but not like that. And he's not the wrestling threat that Tom or fucking Curtis is.
But
And if
here's
people
my
remember,
thing with
Curtis,
Acosta.
oh,
Yeah.
it was all.
But here's my thing with Acosta, dude. His striking's like sneaky. Like it just catches everyone by surprise. You know what I mean?
You think his plot armor is going to win him another one?
That's the thing, dude. It just catches everyone by surprise. Like you know what's coming, but you kind of forget about it. Because what he'll do is he kind of fights like shit. Just fucking throwing random shit. Just keep trying to get the right, get the right, get the right. And you kind of forget the threat. You forget the threat's there. And then there comes the clip. And it
He's
happens in
another one.
every fight.
He's another one though. If you look at his record, it's just like Volkov, where like one fight he looks like a world beater, and then his next fight he looks so fucking average.
Exactly, dude. This is such a great fight.
I can see it going either way. I am gonna rock with Volkov by decision.
Got another disagreement here. I'm gonna go Waldo Cortez Acosta flat knockout third round.
I think either guy is very to a shot if they win.
I think if if Cortez Acosta is down 2-0 going into the third round, because like you said, I could see Volkov pointing him. I think third round he's down, he's just gonna be like, fuck it, go out there, try to get a knockout. And when he fights that way, when he's like, fuck it, I don't respect this guy's anything he has going on.
Get it to Eve.
Exactly. I can see that.
I could see it. We're gonna disagree, but I could see it.
Yep. So I got Waldo Cortez Acosta, third round knockout. You going UD or SD?
I think UD. I think he gets him like 28.
Got you. And now here we go. Oh, everything that I had, praise the Lord. All right, now this is look. This is like if I couldn't make a better fight if I tried. Anyone who knows me, I love the small divisions, especially flyweight. Like this is my bread and butter. Fuck, dude. I just can't. I have never been so excited for, I think, any title fight. Probably since, Pantoja Moreno. Like, this is the type of fight where I just look at this. They're both so young. None of them really lose anything by losing this fight to me.
I think that's what it is. You got two dudes who are going to probably circle the block either way and see each other again.
Like, this is going to be a trilogy. This is 100% going to be a trilogy.
I can see it.
With that being said, I gotta go with Van. I gotta go with Van, and I'll explain it. A lot of what I've been seeing is about, well, look at Tyra's wrestling. Obviously, we know he has the best, not just wrestling, grappling in the division. I think
his control is by far the best.
It is. He has the best grappling. I think he's jumped Pantoja. Now, to be fair to Pantoja, he's older. He's got injuries to deal with and whatever. But right now, Tyra is the best grappler in the flyweight division.
I agree.
Now, with that being said, I've said this for so long. When you have someone with such tight technique, like a Joshua Van, versus a wrestler like this, if he can march forward, then he stands a chance. And that's all Joshua Van does.
We've seen it. We saw it in the Ray Cerrulla fight when he fought another pure grappler. Ray Cerrulla is undefeated, and Josh Van beat the hell out of him, dude.
Exactly, dude.
Constantly ready for the takedown. He stuffed most of them, like damn near 90% of them, if I remember correctly. And then every time they broke, he put damage on them and slowly just made him like, "You sure you want to keep doing that?"
Yeah. And here's the thing:
I
some guys might not know this. Joshua Van got into MMA through jiu-jitsu.
Yep, yep.
He got into boxing through MMA because he wanted to start with jiu-jitsu. Kind of the same deal. I mean, you can compare almost everyone coming up to him now, but Ilya, same deal. Jiu-jitsu, loved
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, got into it. He kind of went a little bit with the Greco-Roman type of deal too. And then the boxing, and really, really focused on the boxing, just like Joshua Van does now.
But to your point, those people, I believe, the reason they can let their hands go and focus on them so well is because it's like, go ahead, take me down.
Exactly. And I really, truly think that Joshua Van thinks that. And it can be either his downfall or the reason he wins this fight.
Yep.
And now, here's another thing. We've seen Joshua Van try to pull it. He hasn't pulled it off yet. I don't know if he'll ever pull it off. It might be like Dustin with a guillotine. Um, but he's tried getting that leg lock. He's tried it a couple times. He's tried
It's
getting that heel hook.
it's funny, but you could almost see it happening against somebody who thinks he has no chance with him on the ground. That's when he's going to snatch it up.
Exactly. I could see a heel hook on Tyra here. Um, Now, with that being said, on my actual notes here, I do have it Joshua Van by unanimous decision. I could see Tyra submitting him. Obviously, anyone could see that. I don't see Tyra being able to hold him down for 5 rounds, though.
I'm going to be honest, two things. I don't see Tyra submitting him. I think if Tyra wins, it's like how he beat Brandon. I think he gets like a back mount, and Josh just can't defend enough, and they have to stop it.
Mm, mm.
But if I'm honest, I see a round 5 Josh Van TKO. And I go based off the Royval fight. They both fought Royval. One of them got stronger, even with Royval's pressure. The other one broke. Tyra broke when he fought Royval.
Oh, yeah.
And has no fucking power. We all know that. I love Brandon Royval. He's probably my favorite flyweight, but he has no fucking power.
No. Well, and so here's another thing. It's comparing apples to oranges, but that's what you kind of have to do, especially with the flyweight division.
Yeah.
Everyone's so different in the flyweight division.
Literally.
In the same arena. That's why I gotta go tomorrow. Prudential Center. Me and my wife, we went, and we went almost strictly for Joshua Van. We were talking about it before me and my wife went, where I was like, dude, I get to see Van. No way.
100%.
It's kind of the same deal. Bruno Silva is a good grappler. And he got shut down by every aspect.
Nobody's going to say he's Tyra, but like he didn't even get close.
No. The only time it looked like he might have got a little bit close, he caught a knee on the chin. Still don't know how he ate it, by the way. But he caught a knee to the chin.
Hell of a chin.
Yeah. I got Van here.
I got Van like round 5 TKO.
Yeah.
I can see starting to wilt him in the 4th and then just coming out smelling blood in the 5th.
And I think that the part that makes me kind of lean Van a little bit more in this, he's an underdog. I don't see it, dude.
And he seems cool and collected, bro. He doesn't even seem bothered.
Not phased, that.
And I don't and last thing, I don't think he's going to respect the power coming back.
Not at all in the slightest.
I think he's going to push right forward and try to crack this motherfucker.
He took some of the hardest shots from Bruno Silva, who he has heavy hands. You cannot count out Bruno Silva's hands. I'm going to say that right now.
He took as many shots as Royval and never broke, never backed down once.
Exactly, dude. I don't see him. He's young, dude. He's young and ignorant. He doesn't know he can be knocked out. You know what I mean? Well, I know. But here's the thing. He looks at that and he's like, "Oh, what a fluke. That's so stupid." That would never happen again.
Plus, everybody knows for flyweight MMA, getting knocked out by Charles Johnson is the best base.
Exactly. Also, he's not going in there like, because this does happen with some fighters, but oh shit, fuck. Like that doesn't.
That's
He didn't even look like that at all with Roy Val, and that's what everyone said would happen. So
100%.
I got Joshua Van. Also, got to bring it up real quick. All time embedded cut with Bobby Green at his strip club talking about it and running it, and then it cuts to Joshua Van at church
That's
greeting
so
everyone and letting them in. All time best cut in embedded history,
so
I gotta
so
say.
fucking wild and out of pocket.
And
Here we go.
here we go. Yep.
Here we go.
I believe we disagree on this one.
I believe we heavily disagree. The
So
closer we, the more we disagree, I think.
I'll let you go ahead on this. Um, I'm just gonna let you explain how wrong you are, and then we'll move on.
I'm just gonna say it, bro. Everybody talks about all the concepts grappling and all these things, and it's great. He's good. But I'm gonna be honest. One, he shoots from awful positions, just terrible positions, which for most people who are trying to sprawl out and shit, I actually think it's good for him because he gets them to almost sprawl and then he goes to the body. Anybody who watches Strickland, he never sprawls. He frames, and I think he's just gonna push him down. I think he's gonna get taken down 100%, but I think he's gonna get up every time. I don't like the fucking weight miss flat out. I don't
Time
love
out.
that.
I gotta mention this. They have him listed at 183 here.
Who, Chimaev?
Yeah. I just
Yeah,
thought
no.
I'd bring that up. I just thought I'd bring that
He
up.
was
All right, go ahead.
6. He was 186 all day, but
Dude, he was like 188.
say what you want. Chimaev, I still do not believe in his gas tank. The only time we've ever seen him have to go, he absolutely manhandled Duplessis. And even if you watch that one in the 5th, he got sloppy as fuck. He got so sloppy. So what happens if he's eating jabs all day and teeps all day? And I know Strickland's not like a big finisher, but we've seen those jabs absolutely bust people the fuck up. I don't know. There's a lot of shit. I think they're both emotional. I think Chimaev's more emotional. And I just, for some reason, I feel like Strickland's going to channel his Adesanya energy again, and he's going to fucking upset everything. I don't think it's going to be the same. I don't think he wins 49-46. I think he gets like a late finish or a split or something like that, but
Just had to bring it up. Just had to bring it
yeah.
up, right?
All right, we'll move right. And I
Um,
think this toughest fight for Chimaev too, if we're being honest, because I think he mauls him above. I think he kills Duplessis in a rematch, and we saw him training with Brendan Allen, bro. He will fuck Brendan Allen up. I think Sean's the only one who can beat him.
yeah. Here's my thing. Okay. I think Sean going into this is a little too emotional. And here's what I mean. This shouldn't be an issue, but we have seen Sean get emotional before,
Mhm.
and then it cost him. We've seen it with Drickus. Drickus had him crying. What happened?
I won that fight though.
Well, you know, either way, I do think Sean won the first one. I get what you're saying, but
I
lost,
do.
whatever. You know what I mean? And honestly,
Lost.
that got him in a worse mindset going into the second fight.
Yep.
He got shit caved in, looking like
And he
fucking
looked worse.
Michael Jackson.
He looked way worse in the second fight too.
Exactly. Now, people who couldn't break him mentally and couldn't, get him emotional, like Fluffy, like Izzy, yeah, he dominates them. If he doesn't win the battle of the mind, he doesn't win. And it sounds so stupid from a breakdown standpoint because we
No,
should be,
it's
you know,
sort of a fair point, honestly.
And even with Alex, it might not have been Alex who broke him down. Izzy kind of broke him down going into that Alex fight. Had
Yeah, I
him
think he was too on Izzy and everybody else.
exactly. So if you can mess with his mental, it affects him in the cage. And I don't know. I could see, and with Hamza, he's one of those guys where it's the opposite. You fuck with his mental, okay, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, but we've seen that not always work for him perfectly. Like it's hard to say that when he's undefeated and he's the champ. But Gilbert definitely got to him.
So that's why I knew that's what you were gonna bring up. Yes, but he still won the fight pretty handily. I mean, he got put down by Gilbert. You always gotta watch out for that. But
He bust up, but then you go to the only other fight you could think of where he was real worked up is Pride Kamaru, and it's another one where it went to decision, and he didn't look great the whole fight.
yeah, but that's the
If
thing.
that was 5 rounds, I think Kamaru would have beat him.
Yeah, I can see that. But and here's the thing with that though.
Oh,
The problem is he's still winning the fights.
yeah, that is the issue. That's the thing. It's hard to critique him because he is undefeated, and a lot of impressive ones are in there. So you have to look at like the few that weren't like super impressive.
Now, this is gonna be probably the hottest take I make all day. I could see I talked to you about this earlier. I could see a Bobby Knuckles type of fucking performance here. Maybe not as bad, maybe not first round,
I don't think so.
but I could see it. I wouldn't put it out of him. I could see Sean be like, okay, we train together. I know what he does. I know what his go-to is. I know that this is going to be a long fight. Get my points going, whatever. And I could see him get a little bit sloppy. I could see them talking to each other before it. I see them talking to each other between it. Sean, oh, come on, motherfucker. And he's just fucking getting a little sloppy. And then boom, down. And I know what you're thinking. I know what everyone watching this is thinking. Sean's never been even attempted a sub.
I was gonna say it.
But as I told you, who has he fought that is going to attempt a sub? Fluffy? I don't find Fluffy a very big submission threat. I'm sorry. I know he has submissions, but the biggest thing with Fluffy is his cardio. And he rides guys. He doesn't really look for that sub.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everyone that Sean had, the 3 or 4 I can think of that he really fought with a sub game, they never even got to it. Brendan Allen definitely wants to sub you, and he put him the fuck out on short notice. Jack Hermanson definitely wants to sub you, and he could never get past the jab.
Exactly. But none of them have the wrestling even close to Hamza.
That's true. I agree with that. That's where I think the difference is strictly in the wrestling. It's all going to be based on how the wrestling goes.
Exactly. But yeah, this is just an insane fight. I'm really excited for this. I'm excited to have Hate back and have Hate back. I got the picture up behind you. Have Hate back in the UFC. Love to see it. Great for the sport. I don't think anyone's gonna argue that. Yeah, Hamzat did not make weight. You cannot tell me this is the face of a man who knows that he made weight.
Now we know why he wants to go to 205.
Exactly. But yeah, dude, anyone got different picks? Want to fight with us? Tell us our picks are shit. We disagree a little bit more on this one. It might be better. Some of you guys might like
all
that.
All main card. Almost all main card. What the fuck?
And hey, that's the thing. We don't gotta agree. Some people might like that more because you got different perspectives on these fights.
Yeah, we right with it.
We like to keep it fresh for you guys, and like we said, we keep it real. The only one thing, the banner at the beginning says no bias picks. Well, we're gonna skip past that.
No community bias. No community bias. You're not gonna pressure us.
Exactly. No community bias. Yeah, good.
Personal bias.
I don't care who we interview. Dude, if we get to a point where we can interview someone, I don't care. I'll tell fucking Cyril Gane right to his French fuck face that I hope he loses every fight. I don't care.
Hey, you're a great fighter. Super happy you're here. Good luck, but you're losing because you're French.
Exactly.
William Gomez. It's nothing personal. but TKO by French, bro.
You're just French. I'm sorry, dude.
Bring Brian Battle back and have him fight only French dudes.
Please, please bring Brian Battle back. Can we start that? Free Brian Battle. Free
Let's go.
Brian Battle
right.
till it's backwards.
Free Brian Battle.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Fight us in the fucking comments.
Let's go.
Peace.